Alright, we're back. It's been like, I don't even, it's been like almost a month. It's been like 2, 3 weeks, but it's all good. We're back now. No problem. Okay, for some reason, my controller is like acting as if it's my mouse. Oh yeah, let's go. We're in, baby. I gotta remember how to get rid of the controller, like, being my mouse thing, because it's really annoying. Like, whenever I hit the bumper, it, like, taps out, and I don't know why. Is cooking. Do I really have to look this up? Okay, I'm gonna look this up. That's so annoying. Acting weird on PC. Nice. Oh, is it because of Steam? Oh. I mean, Steam's not open. Oh, well, it's still in the background. Okay, well, it wasn't Steam. Nice. What a great start. What a sick way to kick it off. Know your role. I need to know my role right now. Okay, well this is great. I got some editing to do, baby. Let's go. True. Sick inside joke right there. I'm not even gonna say it, just cause, you know. I'm not gonna expose myself on YouTube, but I see you. I'm just letting you know. See you. Alright. Yeah. Uh, okay, well, that's... Okay, well, now it's just not doing it, so maybe it'll just kind of work now. Okay, it's just kind of working now. Oh, why is it like, yo, chill, chill. Alright. Let's, let's refamiliarize ourselves here with what we got going on. Also, how's the audio? Are we good? I got a fan in the background, so let me know if that's, like, picking up. Yeah. Okay, who are the champs? Is it still a test? Oh, it's not. Wait, so who are the champs here? Actually, I could just go through exhibition and look. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to exhibition and look, because I don't remember. Because I don't want to accidentally play as the champs. Oh, Taker and Kane. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we gotta pick a new tag team. I mean, I wasn't gonna pick them anyway, so that works for me. Okay. So I haven't been the Dudleys yet, I don't think. Or have I? I don't even remember. This is what happens when you don't stream. You forget what you do. I could be Kai and Tai, actually. That'd be kind of sick. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Let's go. Okay. Here we go. First run. Warming up. A classic here on... A classic on the channel, you know. Obviously. Big fan of this one. I am going to skip the promos that I've already read, because there's no point in reading them over and over again. Okay, so just making sure here. Yeah, this is a win for us, I believe. Yeah, this one we wanna win. So let's go. Let's get a quick win. Try and remember how to play this game. All that good, fun stuff. I guess one advantage of not streaming, this was like the best in wrestling. This was like the best 2-3 week period to not stream, because like everything happened. So many random things happened, so it's been like a pay-per-view, bunch of outside stuff. I watched a Raw for the first time in like 7 years, because I don't watch Raw anymore because it's bad, in my opinion. But, you know. Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul, yeah, that's another thing that happened, yep. Big SummerSlam match, baby. Good times, good times. I mean, I guess I could... Should I start with Logan Paul? It's just like a podcast, really. I guess I could start with Logan Paul. Oh, nice emotes. Yeah, I'll start with Logan Paul. All right. So since everyone wants to know, what is my opinion on Logan Paul? Here's another unwanted, unasked for opinion about Logan Paul being in WWE. Okay. Honestly, I'm not as against it now as I was when I first saw it, because he clearly actually enjoys it, and it's not just like celebrity who wants a paycheck. It's not David Arquette levels of like he's just a mark, but he clearly actually enjoys doing it. So I do appreciate that. He's also not that bad. Like, he is naturally athletic. Like, I think if they did this in, like, 2018, I would have nothing nice to say, like, at all. I still am not a fan of the guy by any stretch. But they definitely could have picked a worse time to sign him. So, that's a positive. And yeah, he's naturally athletic. He picked it up pretty well. And he had a decently entertaining match against The Miz, which, like, I think The Miz is, like, a horrible wrestler. He's a great promo, but, like, in terms of his actual wrestling ability, I think he's so boring. So that's a positive. I definitely don't think people are gonna, like... Or, that I didn't start that sentence properly. I think people are blowing it out of proportion with, like, what he's gonna do. Like, I think people are assuming he's gonna, like, be a mainstay or something, which I don't get that. I don't think that's what they're going for at all. It's just, like, obviously, to the average wrestling fan, Logan Paul holds, like, zero name value, but WWE loves being on, like, you know, mainstream TV. Like, they love being on Entertainment Tonight. They love being on TMZ. Like, they love that garbage. And that's what he's there for. So it's more just like PR than it is like, look, we just found the next big star. Like, no. I think, like, he even said, like, he just signed to do, like, certain events. Like, it's not like Ronda, where, like, he's not gonna be working live events and, like, Raws. Like, no. He'll come out, like, on Raw to cut a promo and then have a match on a pay-per-view. He's not gonna be a champion. He's not gonna, like... I trust Triple H to not... Because, even, like, at the end of the day, if I could get that, he's still an outsider. So, like, he's not gonna be given anything that he doesn't deserve, if that makes sense. Like, he's just gonna be another celebrity that comes in and does a couple matches. Cool. But yeah, like, more on the negative side of it, it's more me, my personal feelings on him. He's not as bad as he used to be, but I'm still not a fan of the guy, personally. There are worse people that they could have put in his position, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't think I'm ever gonna like him being there, but I don't hate it as much as I did at first. So yeah, that's probably as, like, much as I could say without just repeating the same thing over and over again. So yeah, that's my Logan Paul. That's my juicy take on Logan Paul. I don't know if that's, like, that unique of a take, but that's my take. So, yeah. And since I already kind of mentioned him earlier, Triple H, obviously, is now head of creative. Which, I mean, I never thought this day would come. Like, I don't think it's going to be perfect. Like, I'm not one of these people who's like, oh my god, every second of NXT 2017 was, like, amazing. But it's better than Vince. Like, I'm not an argument starter, but I don't see how you could look at, like, what Vince has been doing for the past, like, 5 years and say that, like, Triple H couldn't do better than that if given the chance. And now he has the chance, and people are already enjoying it more, including me. Like, I actually wanted to watch Raw last week because I was, like, intrigued about what he was gonna do. And I enjoyed the show. Like, it was not a bad show. It still had moments where I was like, eh. Like, Bobby Lashley versus Theory. Like, I don't like watching Bobby Lashley wrestle. I think he's so boring. And Theory's, you know, nothing to write home about either. So, like, that was boring. But the general show was very solid. So they did a good job from that aspect. I think people are kind of... It's kind of rightfully, but I think they're overblowing the whole Triple H is just going to bring in all his NXT boys, and that's going to be the, like, entire roster. And, like, that's the main event scene, is just people from NXT. I don't totally agree. He's definitely setting plans in place for those guys, but I don't see how anyone could have an issue with, like, Tommaso Ciampa being the US champion. Like, I don't see how that's a bad thing. Like, I don't get why that's so bad. Like, that should just be a thing that happens. That shouldn't be pointed at as like, oh, look, there's Triple H pushing his NXT boys. It's like, I mean, that's like saying Tommaso Ciampa shouldn't get a push. It's like, but he should because he's great, not because he's an NXT guy. Like I think a blatant example is like if Braun Breaker got called up, like, and immediately had a title match or something. I mean, Braun Breaker's not even a Triple H guy, but like that kind of a deal, which isn't really happening because even with Karrion Kross coming back and attacking Drew, that's to set up a feud for Drew after he loses to Roman. That's not setting up Kross to feud with Roman or be champion. I don't know. I think people overblow that. I get it, but I don't know. Like, I don't think Mandy Rose is showing up on Raw tomorrow, you know? Neither do I want her to, but I don't... I feel like there's nobody yet where it's egregious. Like, everyone that he's brought either up from NXT or back that got released or, like, left is a bad decision. Like, Io Shirai getting called up from NXT, great decision. Nothing to complain about. Dakota Kai returning to the company, great decision. Like, that's not a bad thing. like Triple H just so happens to like good wrestlers. Like, he's not gonna put people like I think Triple H is far past the kind of ego phase of like I'm only gonna push the people that I like. Like if this was, you know, if Triple H was head of creative in like 2011, it would be a way different story. But I think NXT really changed his viewpoint because like if you really think about it, like CM Punk, like Triple H obviously had something to do with him beating Punk. Like, why would Triple H beat CM Punk in 2011? That makes no sense. But if you dropped 2022 Triple H's brain into 2011 Triple H, there's no way he wins that match. There's no way. So I'd like to think that he's kind of put his ego aside and he'll just push people that are good and are liked by the fans. Yeah, like he has favorites, but even the favorites that he's picked are skilled anyway, so it goes both ways. The only like and even the thing too is like he's completely buried Theory for the past like 2 weeks. Right when he took over, that was like immediate change. Theory sucks now because nobody wants him to be pushed as fast as he's being pushed. So Triple H is like, oh, okay, you guys don't like this guy as much as Vince does. Okay, then I'll, you know, reel him back a little bit and delay his push, which is the right decision because go on go on Twitter and just look up like Austin Theory. Everyone hates this guy. Like, so it's he hasn't done anything wrong yet. And I'm not one of those people either that's sitting here like, you know, on the edge of my seat waiting for him to mess up so I can be like, "Oh my god, he sucks." Like, I'm giving him a chance and I think he can do a good job. I don't see why he couldn't, honestly. I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot here. Okay, have I never won that match before? Okay, so I want to lose lose chapter 4, I think. This is so, like, I kind of got lost in my train of thought there, but four-way title match, I don't know if I'm supposed to lose or not. I don't remember. We can skip this because we already saw it. Yeah, exactly. Like, people, those are the people that annoy me. If you don't like WWE, that's totally fine. I don't blame you. Like, I don't blame you if you don't like the product. If you like AEW and not WWE, that's fine. Just watch AEW. But I don't see the point of, like, actively rooting for them to fail. That I don't understand. Like, because you can look at it from, like, I mean, there's obviously more than these two perspectives, but the two perspectives that I kind of look at is, like, from the perspective of the quality of wrestling that gets put out automatically goes up when both companies are doing well. That's just true. You can't deny that. But also, if WWE does a terrible job or AEW does a terrible job, wrestlers are going to lose their jobs, which we saw through the pandemic. And also when WWE, they make their cuts and they over panic when ratings go down. So people who shouldn't lose their jobs do, and it sucks. Like, so if you're rooting for WWE to fail, like, people are going to lose their jobs and have to make less money somewhere else. So I don't get that. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not even really a fan, but, like, even, yeah, like, why would you root for Triple H to mess this up? Like, I don't get that. I'm not an AEW fan. I don't want them to fail. I want AEW to succeed because as a WWE fan, they'll have to up their game, which we are seeing right now. Because in terms of quality, AEW is the number one in North America. They just are. In terms of, like, the total package of a show, they're easily the best. Like, and I don't watch every show, but I catch what I want to. And they aren't bad. Like, they're pretty good. So that means that WWE doesn't want to lose viewers, and they want to up, their game. And also, like, the whole, war thing, it's like, this isn't 1997, okay? You can watch both. You don't have to pick a side. I only pick WWE side because it's already ingrained in me, so it's much easier for me to just watch WWE. It's just easier. But with AEW, like, when there's a match I want to watch or a segment I want to watch, I go find it. Like, just because you're not watching it live doesn't mean you can't watch it at all. Like, that's not realistic. You can watch both. You can enjoy both. You can you can dislike one. Like, that's fine. I'm not saying that you have to. You don't have to like both. But you can. You're not forced to like or dislike either. I just think it's stupid to want either one of them to fail. That's just dumb. In my opinion, that's honestly, like, that's just stupid. Um Oh, I just made him bleed off that. Yeah, exactly. I'm a loyal WWE fan in the sense that WWE was the only quality wrestling promotion that was around when I was growing up and getting into wrestling. I didn't know what TNA was until, like, 2008, and by the time I learned what TNA was, TNA had already started, like, the train was falling off the tracks. So when I actually started watching TNA, like, somewhat weekly, like, legitimately, it was, like, during Aces and Eights, like, Bully Ray and Hulk Hogan, clearly peak television. Like, So I had no other choice. That's why I'm a loyal WWE fan. Not because I think everything else sucks. It's because that was my only option. And plus, like, I never really grew out of wrestling. Like, I have, well, had, I guess, like, friends, like, from elementary school who, like, just grew out of it. Like, they just didn't care anymore. Which is fair. Like, I never grew out of wrestling. I grew out of WWE. There's a big difference. And because there was no other companies to watch in 2015, 2016 for me, it kind of, it was like I was kind of just watching WWE like just to watch wrestling, not because I thought it was good. They obviously had good stuff, but it was more just like, well, I still like wrestling. Like I still want to watch it. So, like, I don't want to sound too preachy, but it's like, I don't know. This sounds so corny, but like, be grateful that you have the choice between two good companies right now. Like, I would say WWE is in a good place now. I wouldn't have said that a month ago. When I last streamed, I would have told you WWE sucks, but like now, it's not so bad. Like it's all right. It has its moments now. I think I totally messed this up too. So, yeah, I did. That's really sick. Alright, well, is there any way that I can still get to that spot that I want to get to? So I'm on chapter 4. Okay, I need to lose. I need to lose. Okay, we can save this. We can save this. I just have to lose this match. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, without repeating myself too much, I guess that's my take on that. On the whole war thing and Triple H taking over Logan Paul. I mean, I guess I could talk about the Vince stuff while I let Undertaker beat me up. Um, the Vince stuff, like, I'm not surprised because, especially growing up, like, it was kind of like obviously 8-year-old me wouldn't have known that he was like a perv, but over the years, you see clips of stuff that they put on TV, and you're just kind of like, wow, like that's kind of weird. So, am I surprised that it's even worse behind closed doors? No. I'm more so surprised that it took this long for, like, it feels like it was just like a whirlwind. Like, everything started coming out at, like, one time. Whereas, I don't really understand why it didn't happen sooner. Um, I don't know. That always kind of confused me about this whole situation, but yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Uh, I'm honestly more surprised with the way he handled it, as Undertaker keeps flipping me over for some reason. Um, but yeah, like, so all this stuff comes out, and then he walks out on SmackDown, and he's just like, "We're a family, WWE forever," And it's just kind of like, okay, like, it kind of felt like he was really like shrugging it off. It was like him telling us, like, yeah, this doesn't affect me or this company at all. Like, I'm still here. And then he comes out, I think. the next Raw was the Cena appreciation thing, so he came out for that. No mention kind of deal. Just more like, you know, we're a family and John Cena's great. And then he never showed up again because I'm pretty sure by the next SmackDown, he just didn't show up. And then the next Raw, like, more stuff had come out, and he was like, peace. So I'm out. Like, he just dips. And then Stephanie cuts a promo. I felt so bad for her. Because she had to come out and, like, basically just say, like, my dad is so great. When, like, he's totally not. Uh, so that must have been so weird for her to basically just have to go out and praise her dad after all these allegations. And, like, well, I mean, allegations. It makes it seem like it's not true. All of these truths come out, and she has to be like, yeah, give it up for my dad. And also, all these sheep, okay? I need to say this. All of these absolute sheep on Raw and SmackDown who, like, bow down to Vince and cheer him after all this. Like, really, dude? Really? Like, I honestly, I couldn't believe that. That was when that was like the, I mean, I kind of, obviously, like, you already know. Wrestling fans are sheep when they're at the show, and then when they're on Twitter, it's a different story. But, wow. Like, I didn't see one person, I didn't hear one person, no booing. It was all like cheering, praise. I was like, dude, there's no way. Like, how? How? I don't understand. How do you cheer him? I just, like, did they fear they were gonna get kicked out if they didn't? Like, is that, did it say, like, on the Tron before the show, like, hey, if you don't cheer, we're gonna kick you out? Like, I don't understand. But, I mean, it seems to have kind of quieted down now. Like, he's not going to prison. It kind of just seems like he's just gonna sit at home. Which I thought he should have done, like, 5, 6 years ago. But at least it's finally getting to that point. We've arrived, He's gone. Honestly, I didn't think Vince was ever going to retire. I figured that once he died, that was his retirement. Like, I never pictured him just giving the keys. Um, Especially, I mean, in terms of, like, creative, especially to Triple H, bro. Like, that was like, wow. Um, I kind of always assumed um Stephanie would have like until the Nick Khan stuff, like until he came in, like I always kind of figured Stephanie would take over. But yeah, the 50-50 thing, um I mean, it's cool cuz at least like Nick Khan doesn't have majority. Cuz that would be bad, very very bad. So at least it's not as bad. Plus, I think that kind of gives Stephanie and Triple H the leverage because, you know, Vince not being there and Stephanie being, the other 50 of the 50-50 and Triple H being head of creative, that kind of gives them the leverage to, like, overrule him. Maybe not legally, but just in terms of, like, making decisions. Like, they have the 2-on-1 advantage to kind of convince him, like, hey, let's not do this stupid idea. Uh, so, I think Vince being gone is great. I don't really know too much about like, the positive stuff that Nick Khan does, because wrestling Twitter will only tell you the bad stuff. So, I don't know if there's a positive to keeping him around. There must be. uh, but I think the only other staffing changes that I think need to be made are, I think John Laurinaitis is already gone. If not, he needs to be gone. And Kevin Dunn, obviously. I mean, if you're a fan, you already know. Like, Kevin Dunn is horrible. He has hurt the eyes of so many viewers. Um, the amount of headaches that this man has administered due to the camera cuts and the bobbing of the camera and just everything. It's really bad. So that's what I would say about that. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. Because, I mean, I did talk about Karrion Kross. I mean, I guess I could talk about Drew. Because Drew's kind of in a weird place right now. And this was something I was thinking about, like, after SmackDown. Drew's in a weird spot where, like, it's kind of that Kevin Owens position of, like, I matter. Like, I'm a main eventer, but I'm never gonna be champion. Especially now that the titles are unified, like, it's not even, you can't even count on one hand the amount of people that are viable to beat Roman Reigns. So, that kind of puts Drew in this weird spot of, like, WWE is going to build me up. They're going to try to build me as a viable contender just to lose and then go back to, like, mid-card feuds. Which, I get it, but we need to build someone up here. Because the long term for Roman isn't very long. Like, I assume that after WrestleMania, he's gonna be gone for a while to, you know, do some movies and whatever. So, we need to get going here on someone new. Because I don't, like... Because WWE, I mean, obviously they could just pull a WWE and give Brock the title again. And pay him like $7 million per appearance or whatever. But I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say we don't want that. Like, Brock is cool, not world champion cool. He can kind of just chill, you know? Just kind of do your thing. You can be in the title picture. Don't win the belt, though. Don't hold it hostage again. We'd appreciate that. And now that Vince is gone, I mean, Theory, like... Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Theory cashes in and loses. Like, that's what it's pointing towards, honestly. Because he has in no way been built up to be a viable competitor. Like, he's treated as a joke by Reigns and Lesnar. Like, they don't take him seriously at all. And rightfully so, because they shouldn't. Because he's not a threat. He got called up, like, a year ago and is a mid-carder. Like, you know. It's like Dolph Ziggler in 2011 facing Edge, you know, for the world title. It's like that. It's like, you're not a threat, though. Like, you're kind of just a placeholder. So, unless they bring someone back... Bray Wyatt, maybe. I'm not one of those people who, like, every single week I'm like, Bray Wyatt's coming back. That's so annoying. I'll actually talk about that after. But unless they bring someone back, I don't know who on the current roster at this moment is a viable, like, young star that could beat Reigns. Because Drew's not young, but he's also not going anywhere. So, he counts, I guess. I think Brock is always in play, but he's the opposite of what most people, along with myself, think WWE needs to do with the title. They're in a tough spot. Vince really put them in a bind here. And so is Roman if he actually does leave. Because if he's just doing this whole I'm gonna go to Hollywood thing as a ploy to get more money, all the power to him. But if he does leave, they're in a bad spot because they spent 2 years making Roman Reigns the top guy and no one else can touch him. So you now have to fast track someone to be able to beat him. And I don't know who it's going to be. I'm like, that's probably one aspect that I'm more nervous about than, like, I'm excited for what they do. Because I don't see a positive outcome. All I see, anytime I think about it, all I see is Lesnar. Like, that's all I see. It's just him every time. And even with, like, people that have gone to AEW now, Triple H's boys, right? Like, Adam Cole, Keith Lee, all those guys, they've signed for multiple years. So it's not like he can just go and pluck them from AEW and just bring them back. Like, they're committed for a long time. So he's got no luck there. It's a tough spot, but I think now I'm trying to remember what I said I was gonna talk about after. I don't remember what I said. That's really annoying. Now I don't remember what I was gonna say. I could talk about the US title though, because they are actually investing in the US title, which is very good. With, Ciampa, like, I'm pretty sure this Monday it's Ciampa versus Styles, which, like, oh my god. Oh yeah, this is me looking for a new partner. Oh my god, D'Lo, Austin, or Rock? I mean, I'm gonna pick Austin, because I think I picked Rock last time. I split with Funaki. I can't go after the tag title alone. Austin, I need your help. Why not? It's not like I have anything against him, at least not lately. I'm impressed that you're going after the title, plus you're strong. Let's do it, yo! Let's go. When I asked The Rock, he said no. Hey, this is a new chapter for me also. So we're gonna make some good progress here. I'm pretty sure this, if I can remember the button. Oh, I'm already to the far left. Just kidding. So, yeah, I'm gonna make some progress here because this, I don't know if my cursor, oh no, my cursor didn't come up on Project 64, but all those empty spots, I'm about to hit all those. So I'll actually read the dialogue because it'll be new. So Chapter 7, new tag team. Oh, look at that. He got Steve Blackman. Nice. Good choice. Hey, Taka, I heard that you haven't found your partner yet. We are ready to be the champions. Actually, I wanted to beat you before the title shot, but don't blink because I will soon be champion. Aw, yeah. Hit that theme twice. Let's go. Ooh, nice leg. Hey, Funaki, you say what you want. I've got my partner, too. As you said, I want to beat you before the title shot as well. How about now? Let's go at SummerSlam. Random impromptu tag match at SummerSlam. So yeah, I'm now on a path where I have to win every match. There's no you can lose and the story will change. So that's good. Honestly, I'm so happy that I was able to like save it and get on a new path to get a bunch of blocks done. Cause man, I was so like, I mean, okay, saying I was so down, that's super overdramatic. I was kind of disappointed. Let's say I was disappointed. That's better. In the fact that like in the last like 2 streams, I made like 0 progress. I got like 1 block per run, which is just like horrible progress. So this is great. Like I needed this. Because now I actually feel way closer to being done. So that's good. I'm still trying to remember what I was talking about before. But yeah, like, there's a lot of good stuff going on right now in WWE. Like, I can't really say much about AEW, because like I said before, I don't really watch it that much. Oh my god, I know what I can talk about. Oh my, I just got a blessing in disguise. I love that I randomly just thought of this. Ric Flair's last match. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about that. Ric Flair's last match. I haven't watched it yet, and I'm so glad I didn't, because apparently it was really bad. Well, at least, like, Ric Flair's parts. I've seen, like, small clips, where obviously he's bleeding, because it's Ric Flair. But I will say this. I liked the idea that it was a bunch of different companies, not so much WWE, coming together for Rick. Like, that was cool. Because, you know, you had, like, GCW, Impact. Like, it was, you know, I don't know. I think ROH was kind of represented. Like, it was a lot of, you know, smaller companies. And then AEW, obviously, you know, being represented with all the WCW kind of people that they have. Like, Shivani and that kind of deal. So that was cool, but man, there like I watched the it was like a battle royal, and there were so many people that I didn't recognize that just seemed so like generic indie wrestler to me. Like the battle royal, it was like the pre-show main event, and then I stopped watching because I didn't realize that it was just the pre-show. And I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to wait another, like, 3 hours to watch this match that's probably going to suck anyway. So, I just dipped. But I only recognized, like, 4 out of the 20 people in the match. So, that's more my fault. But, yeah, it definitely didn't make me, like, want to watch the show anymore. Because the pre-show, like, they had already brought out Foley. And I don't know. I kind of got the vibe of, like, what it was going to be during the pre-show that I watched. So I was like, I don't really want to sit here while a bunch of, like, you know, WWE, AEW guys that I don't care about have matches that aren't going to be that good. So that's more my fault. Because the show, like, the production, like, it seemed good. Like, it didn't seem bad at all to me. Plus, it was, like, Jim Crockett Promotions, you know, one night only return, which is cool. But in terms of the aftermath of this, Ric Flair posted, I don't know if he tweeted it too, but he posted something on Instagram that made it kind of seem like this is more like a thing that's going to continue. Like, this wasn't a one-time deal, which is really, really bad, in my opinion. I really hope that's not the case, and because his match with Shawn Michaels should have been his last match. We all know that. 99% of us can agree on that. You know, the bug bit him in TNA, so we had some matches there that weren't good. But this, like, this is just sad. Like, honestly, I feel kind of bad saying it, but like, this is just sad what he's doing now. So I hope that that's not true, that this is a thing that's gonna be, you know, continuing. But you never know. Oh, Chapter 8 Tag Team Championship. No cutscene. I can just keep going. Okay, cool. But yeah, like he's in his 70s, I think. Like it's just sad. So I hope just for his health, like please stop, you know? Please stop. I don't mind Ric Flair, like, if he comes out and just, like, cuts some promos. Like, that's fine, whatever. But don't wrestle. Don't take a bump. Don't bleed. Oh, my God. No one wants to see you bleed at this age. Like, I know this is kind of mean, but, like, it's just sad. Like, please stop. Because even, like, for me, even when Ric Flair would blade in, like, the mid to late 2000s, it would be like, ew, like, why? Like, looking back, like, it's gross even then. It's like, dude, you're, like, 60. Like, please, no. Or I think, no, he was, like, in his 50s. But, yeah, it was just bad. So, I definitely hope he's done for real with wrestling in the ring. Please stop. Like, I'm only saying this because I want him to, like, live, you know? Like, I'm saying this for his health, not because I'm like, oh, Ric Flair sucks, like, no, I'm saying he should just stop for his health. Like, Ric Flair has had too many near-death experiences already. He doesn't need to add more to the list. I'm gonna tag in Austin also, because I'm getting destroyed by Undertaker. So yeah, that's the Ric Flair deal. It's my much asked for opinion on it also. I'm trying to think. Okay, Taker just did a Taker dive for some reason. But yeah, you know, it's wrestling, like, the last 2 weeks have been insane. Genuinely. Like, they've just been crazy. As I spam taunts. I guess I mean, I didn't really talk about SummerSlam as a show. I can kind of run down what I remember. I only watched it once, which was, like, when I watched it live. I'm not really a big, like, rewatcher. Like, I feel like I would only go and rewatch it if I was doing, like, a formal review, or if, like, I had just straight up missed things. So, you know, when people are like, oh, Michael Cole's commentary, I kind of more just take their word for it that it was really good, because I'm not going to rewatch matches that I've already seen and don't really care to rewatch just because of the commentary. Like, I'll put it on and, like, you know, play something, or, you know, like, I won't watch the match, but I'll just listen to the commentary, guess, but it's not really something I considered. But overall, SummerSlam was actually a pretty good show. SummerSlam is usually, like, weirdly good. I feel like I don't really remember the last SummerSlam that was, like, bad. You know? Like, I kind of feel like SummerSlam is, like, this weirdly good, consistent show. Maybe I'm wrong and I have to go back and look. But, you know, like, this... I wouldn't say I was more excited for the Raw after SummerSlam than I was for SummerSlam. So my expectations weren't super high, but it definitely exceeded my low expectations, which is very good, especially for WWE because they normally either meet my low expectations or they go below them. So that was very good. Like overall, there weren't any flat out bad matches. Like, I have no interest in watching Bobby Lashley versus Theory, so like that was a bummer to me. Just because that was a match that I would skip on Raw. Like that doesn't need to be a pay-per-view match. Especially when they're not gonna do anything that makes it stand out from a match that they would just have on Raw. So to me that was I this is really mean, but it's kind of like a waste of 20 minutes. Like, we could have had something else in that time slot, as I'm about to get. Okay, he for some reason didn't want to tombstone me. He just did that instead. Um, Austin, help. Oh, never mind. Oh, so, yeah, but running down the card. So Bianca versus Becky was the first match, which I like both of them, but that match was kind of sloppy. Like, I feel like they don't work well together. They don't have chemistry at all, in my opinion. It's kind of like Sasha and Ronda, like that match they had at Royal Rumble 2019, I think. Royal Rumble 2019, where like it wasn't bad. It was just kind of awkward. Like, they don't really work well together, even though they're both really good. And, I mean, in the fallout of that, like, Becky's a face now, so, like, they're not gonna have another match, which I'm glad, because, yeah, like, they just don't have chemistry, in my opinion. And also, Becky's hurt, which sucks, so, you know, get well soon. I know you're watching this, Becky Lynch, so, you know, get well soon, big dog. Uh, but, but yeah, the match wasn't bad, it was just kind of weird. And then, I want to say, so yeah, after that match, you know, Bianca wins clean, you know, Becky didn't, I don't remember Becky, like, really trying anything, like, super heelish, like, she lost pretty clean, which is, honestly, like, kind of rare in WWE, but Bianca actually just won clean, and then Bayley returns, big pop. I thought Seth Rollins was coming out, to be honest. They they have the exact same theme song, like not anymore, but Seth's like pandemic era theme is like they start off the exact same. They both have like that kind of high pitch, like I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of, you know, like the godly kind of thing. They have the same kind of tone. So I thought Seth Rollins was coming out, to be honest. And I was like, well, I mean, it's Becky. It's his, you know, that's his wife. So, I mean, I guess. But yeah, once I saw the Tron and it said Bayley, I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's sick. I was like, oh, wait. Because she's been gone for like over a year. Like, she hasn't wrestled since the pandemic ended, I don't think. Like, she's been gone for a while. So, that was cool. Um, and then Dakota Kai came out, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool because Triple H, you know, that was the first Triple H brought someone back that had left the company. So I thought that was pretty exciting. I'm not a huge Dakota Kai fan. Like, I haven't watched a lot of her matches, but she seems cool. Um, like, I've watched her, like, some of her stuff with, like, New Legacy. She seems cool. So, happy for her. So Dakota Kai, if you're watching this, and then and then and then and then the highlight of the entire show. Um, I Io Shirai. Okay, Io Shirai comes out. I mark out, okay? Because, like, Kairi Sane is my favorite female wrestler of all time. So when she like left WWE to go back to Japan, I was devastated. I can't lie. I was sad. I was like, man, like she wasn't even around in WWE for that long. Like if you go on Cage Match and you look at her run, like it is not very long, especially on the main roster. So I was like, I was really let down by that. So for me, Io Shirai was like the next in line. And, you know, there were rumors swirling about how, like, circulating, whatever, that she was gonna leave. And I was like, man, that sucks. I hope she doesn't, but I would totally understand if she did. So when she came out, I marked out. But the only issue, I thought we were done with the name changes. There, Io Sky, okay, it's not the worst name in the world, but it's not the best one either. Like, I don't see what's wrong with Io Shirai. I I I have a weird theory that they changed it to Io Sky because then they can say Sky and Kai for like their tag team as part of Bailey's like new stable. I feel like that's what they did. Genuinely, that seems like a WWE thing to do. So that's the only thing that I have an issue with Bailey's faction and that entire thing is that her name is now Io Sky. So before the Io was Io, now it's IYO. Which I mean that I don't care about. But it's the Sky part that gets me. I don't get that. Uh but, you know, that's not my hill to die on. You know, it's like I'm not gonna complain forever about that. Like, whatever, you know. But overall, like, that's like two thumbs up. Like, that, the match wasn't, but the aftermatch was. That, to me, that was the highlight of the show, honestly, was that segment. And, you know, Becky comes into the ring after losing, and she had shaken Bianca's hand. So she kind of went from walking in as a heel, then she shakes her hand, so she's kind of like neutral. Then she turns face by standing by her side to kind of like defend her against Bailey. And then her promo on Raw, like she's a face again, which is good. Becky works as a heel, but this version of her I really didn't like. Same with Seth. I don't like what they were doing. So that's very good in my opinion that she's when she does come back, she'll be a face. I mean I would assume. So then I think I want to say the next match was Theory and Lashley, which, as previously stated, I did not like. I thought it was very boring. But, you know, I understand the idea of, like, pay-per-views needing those kind of matches to kind of, you know, so you don't burn out on, like, oh my god, amazing matches and they lose their value. So I get it. I'm just gonna see if there's, like, some text. Oh, here we go. So you guys got the titles, huh? It seems like I have to settle things with you. Why don't you put the title on the line? Let's settle this once and for all. I still can't forget the day I was defeated by you. I'm still feeling like crap. Well, this will be a title match. Why don't you prepare for this as well? Wait, he never beat me. Wait, he didn't beat me. What is he talking about? He never defeated me. Alright, Chapter 9. Fatal Title Defense. Alright, still with Steve Blackman. I'll beat both of you guys, and just for fun, I'm going to put you through the announcer's table. Why don't you shut your mouth and get in the ring, brother? Okay, so Okay, so I have to put him through the announcer table. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, what was I? Oh, yeah, Lashley Theory. Yeah, boring. Um, then I think the next match was um the Usos versus Street Profits. I don't think I'm gonna get the order of the card right, but I'm just gonna kind of hopefully remember the matches as I go. And so that match, like, it was good, but at the same time, I've seen it so many times because WWE has no tag teams. They only have like 4 tag teams. So it's kind of like, yeah, it was good, but the Usos won and they didn't really do anything like new. So I don't know. It was good. It definitely wasn't bad. Like, let me just get that out of the way. It was not a bad match. I will say the Usos winning, I don't like that, but I get it. The thing is, I wanted Street Profits to win because I really don't want them to be broken up without, like, they should have a legitimate run as like the top tag team because they haven't really gotten that yet. Like, they were tag champs, but at the same time there were 2 tag belts. So they were never really the best tag team. So, because I think they are the best tag team. So I'd like to see them actually get a chance to show why they are, or, you know, like, I I get the Usos winning. It was kind of just disappointing. Like, I can't be that disappointed because I was expecting them to win anyway. Like, I didn't think the Street Profits were gonna win, so I'm not like devastated or anything. It's just kind of like, eh. I kind of wish I was wrong in my prediction on that one. But not a bad match by any means. The next match that I can remember is Logan Paul versus The Miz. So, obviously in the build, like, I did not care at all. But I was, in the moment, I was like, let me give him a chance, you know? Because, like, I don't want to be one of those people where, like, if he does end up being good and I'm just sitting there, like, you know, refusing to enjoy it because I don't like him. It's just kind of like, I don't know. That's not my bag. Like, if he's entertaining, then I will let myself be entertained. I won't, like, just, like, refuse to like it. It's just, I don't know. That's not my thing. So I was like, I'll give him a chance. And he did a good job. Like I said before, like, he gets it. Got my table break right there. And I mean, his frog splash. Oh my god. It was beautiful. Like, that, it was so good. Like, it was really clean. Like, through the table too, like, him, I'm kind of surprised he took that bump, to be honest. In hindsight, like, I'm surprised that he did that. Like, that's the kind of thing to me that shows commitment to actually wanting to be there. Because, like, he could have easily said, I'm not doing that. Like, pay me, please. But he did it. Like, so it was, like, I respect that. And the match wasn't bad. Like, they didn't try to do anything that they weren't capable of doing. So it worked. The match didn't go on too long. Like, it was just a decent, like, it was an entertaining match, honestly. Like, I was totally expecting that to be the worst match, honestly. Because that was just because I don't really like the guy. Again, I wasn't wanting the match to be bad, because, like, I'm gonna watch it. So, like, I don't want to You know, like, voluntarily be like, yeah, I hope this sucks, and I'm gonna watch it. Like, no. I still want it to be good. So, that's a positive. It was still good. I want to say... I feel like the Mysterios had a match. I feel like... I don't know who they faced, though. I don't know why. I feel like the Mysterios had a match. Maybe they didn't. Maybe because I actually watched Raw, I'm confusing it with the match they had on Raw. But yeah, I don't really know. I do know that there was the Rollins and Riddle segment. So Riddle got hurt. Their match gets canceled. Riddle comes out of the crowd, calls out Rollins. They fight. Riddle gets injured even more. Chapter 10. No disqualification title defense. Alright, we got a segment. Ooh, Survivor Series. Okay. And Funaki again, my brother in crime. Why don't we go all out in this match? If you have the guts, put the title on the line. Taka was placed into an unreasonable situation. The tag team match is going to be a cage match tonight. Okay. So, wait. So it's a one-on-one for the tag titles? Wait, that's so sick, actually. Yo, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, but yeah. So, honestly, I was surprised, because, like, I mean, I figured they would have mentioned it on commentary, like, yeah, Riddle's not here. And, like, Rollins said something on Twitter where, like, I don't have a match now, so, like... And then Triple H was like, I see you, and everyone was like, oh my god, Bray Wyatt. Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about, Bray Wyatt fans. Okay. Okay, I will get to that after. But, yeah, Riddle, he actually, you know, he showed up and did his thing, so that was cool. Because, like, I mean, I figured that match would have been good, but I wasn't actively looking forward to it. But, like, I like that WWE, like, something happened, though, to further the storyline. So I thought it was good overall. I need to get some momentum here. My weak attacks are not doing it because he's just getting momentum anyway. Oh my god. Dude, I'm gonna get destroyed. Good thing I have Reach Your Eyes. Yo, what is he doing? Bro, is he dumb? Oh, that was actually big time. He's gonna fall. There we go. Yo, fall. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it now so I don't forget. Bray Wyatt fans. Okay, Bray Wyatt fans are really annoying. Just... Okay, let me rephrase that. Bray Wyatt fans who look at every single thing that WWE does or puts out and either tries to find something within it or just comment to bring back Bray Wyatt. Like, everything WWE does has to do with Bray Wyatt, and that's really annoying. Like, if you're a Bray Wyatt fan, you're not automatically annoying. But you are annoying if you're one of those people that I just mentioned. Who, like, anything that has, like, even 1% of, like, a cryptic message within it, or, like, anything, like the Edge promos where, like, it was clearly Edge the whole time, and everyone was, like, not everyone, but, like, the delusional people were saying that it was Bray, and it was like, none of this points to it being Bray Wyatt. Like, I feel bad for them, because honestly, like, they just want him back, which I understand. Like, if Bray Wyatt came back, I would be excited. I thought The Fiend was cool, and then they ruined it. Like, I've always liked Bray, but people are taking it too far. Like, they're just that's the best way I could describe it. They're just taking it too far. You like the guy, we get it. He's cool, all right, but y'all gotta relax, okay? Oh, that was a sick reversal. Um, so yeah, I'm glad I remembered that. Because that would have annoyed me if I, like, ended stream and couldn't remember what I was talking about, or what I was trying to talk about. I don't think I really have anything else to say about the Bray Wyatt fans. But if Bray Wyatt were to come back, in my opinion, like, he would have to be pushed like he was initially as the Fiend. I'm not saying that, like, he should come back as the Fiend or that he would, but however he were to return, it would have to be like the Fiend in terms of booking. Because that's a guy where, like, his he would die immediately if they brought him back and he was not the biggest threat on the roster other than, like, Roman, you know? Like, he would have to be a big deal off rip. So, and I trust Triple H to be able to do that with him. So, wow, he really just reversed that. So yeah, again, me trusting Triple H, you know what it is. I honestly though, I would be surprised if Bray came back because I just I don't know if I'm like, obviously I don't know the guy, but I don't know if Triple H being head of creative is enough for him to want to come back, because, like, there could be other factors at play here. Like, he may just not want to go back to WWE in general, like, regardless of who's calling the shots. But I will say this. I do think if he was going to go to AEW, he would have done it already. So I do think WWE is more likely of a landing spot. But I don't really see it. But I also don't think he's going to go to, like, Japan or something. Honestly, something that I think would be kind of cool is, like, if, obviously, AEW bought ROH, but they're still treating ROH like its own thing. So it would be kind of cool if he was, like, ROH's guy, you know? Because, like, right now, Claudio has the title, which is Cesaro. So I don't know what long-term plans they have for that. Honestly, they probably just wanted to get the title off Gresham. So if, you know, Bray was, like, the guy for ROH, like, I think that'd be kind of cool. Plus, that way, he's still under the AEW banner, and that was sick. And, you know, he can still have matches with AEW guys. So I think, honestly, to me, that's, in my opinion, like, for, if it were up to me, that's probably the best case scenario. But you never know. So let me just tap, tap, tap here. As my stamina goes down. Yep. Oh, he ran off the rope. He trolled. Yes! Oh my god. I actually got it. Let's go. That was sick. Alright. That was some good stuff right there. 730? That's not bad. Alright, 5,900. I'm rolling it, though. New tag champs, Taka and Austin. Let's go. Alright. I think, I kind of want to cut it here, though, honestly. You know, it's 11:30. You know, I don't want to be going too late. Made some good progress. I want to see 91. Okay, see, so when I started, like this stream, it was 83. So, yeah, 8% at this rate, like that's good progress. So, let me go on Google and look up the chart or whatever. So, because I still have a chapter that I have to complete, and I think the best way to do it is through the already champ side. Because I'm okay. Let me just do like the Rock and the Rock. Um, so I want to say, see, because chapter 2 has 3 paths. And, or sorry, did I say that right? Yeah, chapter 2 has 3 paths. Meaning that there's something at the beginning that I haven't done yet. So, but I don't know what that would be. It, the game makes it look like it's being new contender and winning, but I think I'm just reading it wrong. But yeah, maybe that'll probably be the next stream, will be like trial and error with the paths and stuff in the beginning. So I'm gonna say yeah, that'll do it for this stream. Thanks for coming out, listening to me ramble, watching this on YouTube. I'm sorry. But yeah, until next time.